Does your home have a stench? Now, I'm not talking about a literal stench, but the energetic stench of your walls. It's something a lot of us don't even think about or consider how filthy our walls really are. So stay tuned in this video. I'm going to show you how the energy of your walls are affecting your ability to rest, to recover your tired and exhausted soul. Hello, my name is Desiree de Lunae. I am an acupuncturist and herbalist and specializing in essential oils. Here we talk about all things chi to make sure that you have free flow of energy in your body, your mind, and your spirit so that it's not just flowing, but that you're also glowing. Are you under the crushing weight of your home? Look, the outside world is harsh enough. We're battling things out, fighting things out all the time. But when we come back home, or maybe some of us work at home, battling it out in the home, right? But when we come back home, that is the last thing we need. We don't need another harsh environment to return to. No, the home is meant to be a place of rest, a place of rejuvenation, a place to restore ourselves. It's a place that supports us, not a place that breaks us down even more. Now, let's talk about the house and why it could be so harsh. Look, what you feel, what you experience, what happens is those frequencies, those emotions actually emanate out from you and guess where they go? Right here, right into our walls. These walls are like sponges. They just soak up, take in, absorb what you are feeling and what you are experiencing. Now, we clean our homes all the time, yes? We're cleaning out the cabinets, the countertops, we're cleaning out the toilet, the sink, the refrigerator, and it gets gunky over time. There's dust, there's mold, all of that. Well, guess what? Why aren't we doing that to our walls? Okay, I don't expect you to be scrubbing your walls, but the thing is, they're very porous. And I'm also talking about flooring and carpeting and rugs and furniture and couches. They're constantly soaking up what we bring home. And they build up over time. And if we are not consciously, actively cleaning that stuff out, guess what? Every day, every week, month, year, that just builds and builds and builds. And so you come home and you don't feel this retreat. You don't feel like a sanctuary. It doesn't feel that way. No, it feels like another huge crushing weight upon your shoulders. A bunch of burdens you got to take care of, a bunch of responsibilities you got to take care of. Our homes are like a living organism and it needs to be taken care of too. It needs to take a bath. It needs to take a shower, okay? It needs to be nourished. It needs to be harmonized. It needs to be loved. It needs some TLC. So how do we do this? Let's talk about how we can clean up the walls in our homes, because if you are feeling that fear and worry and frustration and anger and panic and anxiousness, guess what? The walls are having it too. They're feeling it too. And then what? You can never have a break. You need a break. You deserve a break. You need to relax. You need to wind down, unwind. And how are we going to do this if the walls are loud and noisy with a bunch of nastiness that we bring home with us? Okay, I'm going to show you something that is very easy to do, and it is not essential oils today, all right? We're going to talk about sage, the importance of using sage to purge, to clean out, disinfect your walls energetically speaking. Now, this is a desert sage, white sage or white sage. Either one is really great. And you can get it at your local crystal shops. You can get them even at Whole Foods. I've seen them in my esthetician's office. Like, they seem to be everywhere these days. They usually come in a packet with a Palo Santo too. But I'm just going to talk about sage because bare minimum, we need to just get you acquainted with this process. I have a bowl that I have designated for this purpose, and I have some dried rice. Now, this is well used, so I've got a lot of ash in here too. That's why you see little black bits, but this is just dried rice. You can use beans as well, because after you burn it and you're done, you need to snuff it out. And the way to basically turn it off is you have to dig it inside of the rice, or like bury it. Dig it, bury it under the rice, or you can use some beans as well. That's another option. Now you're gonna light this on fire. I'm not gonna do this right now because I'm literally underneath a fire alarm, and it typically does not set off fire alarms, by the way. Just this has happened before, so I'm being careful. So you're going to get a lighter, light it on fire. I let it burn just for a little bit, just a couple moments, and then I blow it out, and then you will see it smoke. Very easy, you see it smoke. And then you take this smoking sage. I carry the bowl with me because, you know, some ash pieces will come off. So I carry the bowl with me and it's smoking. And then I basically go around the perimeter of every room. Every room, hallways, bathrooms, kitchen, living room, closet, garage, any nook and cranny. I go ahead and do that, especially high trafficked areas. You might end up saging more often because guess what? It's not just your stuff in the walls. It's also whoever's inhabiting your house. Their stuff is also, whether it's a partner, spouse, children, roommate, whoever, okay, that lives with you, all their stuff is there too. So frequent high traffic areas, I would probably sage a little bit more often than usual. Now that question does come up a lot, like how often do I do this, Desiree? Well, you do this as often as needed, okay? If the house feels heavy, weighed down, and it doesn't feel light, airy, it doesn't feel welcoming and inviting, then I would do it just right away, off the bat. Do it, okay? If there's a lot of clutter around, and no matter what you do, clutter keeps piling up, is my point. You need to sage the area. The energy is really erratic, so I recommend saging in that situation. Now you can do it, I do it once every other day usually. That's only because of the work that I do. I help people have releases and I work from my home. So then all of my clients and audience members, if I'm teaching a workshop, all their releases end up in my house. So I gotta clear it out more often. Now, if you don't have that many guests and it's just you, or you're not going through major life transitions and things, seem pretty even, then you could do it once in a while, once a week, once every 2 weeks, but just check in with yourself and check in with your home. If the home doesn't feel inviting, welcoming, light, easy breezy, like you can actually unwind, if you don't feel that way, then just grab the sage. You're never going to overdose on saging your home. If you love this content so far, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that more people can get this valuable information. And do share with us in the comments if you sage already. Are you already saging? Is this a part of your practice of just energetic hygiene practice? Or if you haven't, please share with us once you get the sage and you do it, what happens? What did you feel? What did you experience as you saged for the first time? So very beautiful practice. Just to take it up a notch, I like to follow it up with Palo Santo. It's a stick of wood, and that goes in and really nourishes the space, protects the space even more. This sage, white sage, desert sage, they're more for the cleansing, clearing, purging, releasing those really yucky, dense, not feeling so good energies that are trapped throughout the house. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you would like 3 of my best blends from my I'm Fabulous book, go ahead and click down in the description below. You can snag those blends and use them. And if you also would like to check out some of my books, I've got 4 of them. I Am Fabulous, I Am Worthy, I Am Magnetic, and the newest and brightest, Elements of Emotion.